Following the Supreme Court judgment on the 4th of April 2025, the Nenadi Usman-led caretaker committee of the Labour Party is holding its National Executive Committee meeting in Abuja. Present here is the 2023 presidential and vice presidential candidates of the party, the governor of Abia State, Alex Oti, members of the National Assembly, former governorship candidates of the party, and other members of the executive committee. Mr. Peter Obi and Dati Baba Ahmed comment on the state of the nation.
Nigeria is collapsing. Anybody can say anything. The numbers are clear. The indices are clear. Very clear. More and more people are poorer. If you want, go to your village. The people who are begging now are no longer. There are even people who are that are no longer people who used to feed and are begging.
There used to be a party, a mammoth, that said it was going to misrule Nigeria for 60 years. Today, that party is not only a department, it is a detachment of another party. What happened? Of course, they switched off IREV, they changed the meaning of English language, and they bent our constitution. And I remain by what I said. This serving government remains questionably constitutional.
The caretaker committee chairman is extending an olive branch to all party members following the judgment of the Supreme Court.
I therefore call on all party members, whether aggrieved by the decision of the Supreme Court or not, to set aside their grievances and ambitions and come join us to build a party that will stand with the ordinary Nigerian, and a party that would ensure that the gains of democracy are available to every Nigerian.
In his remarks, the governor of Abia State says he exhausted all avenues to resolve the issues in the party before the Supreme Court judgment.
I had sat with Mr. Bure last year, and I asked him, I said, what do you really want? And he said he didn't want anything. I said, okay, I can speak to my leaders and you can become a BOT chairman. I offered that with their approval. But I also gave him some pieces of advice. I said, if I were you, I wouldn't want to lead people who wouldn't want me to lead them.
The NEC then resolves to take the certified true copy of the Supreme Court judgments to the headquarters of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. As the leadership of the party and members arrive at the commission's headquarters, there is an initial resistance, but they are eventually allowed in. Mr. Oti explains to the senior management of the electoral body why they have come, and INEC immediately give their response.
It's instructive to know that in your website you have referred to Sapuri as the chairman of the party, but you do have a clock here that says court order. Since there is another court order, we call on you to remove his name and replace with distinguished Senator Esther Menandi Osman.
The chairman of the commission is on here. Is away on official duty. And as soon as we leave here, we will communicate with him. We will meet and take decisions on this matter.
It is expected that in the coming days, INEC will reveal who it recognizes as the chairman of the party. Dili Omoyeni, Channels Television News.